Hey friends, I hope you are doing awesome today because we have something very exciting to dive into. What if the starting characters for Godforge have already been revealed and we didn't know it? So if you're as excited for Godforge as I am, stick around, let's dive into this. Alright, so let's jump into this. So I was scrolling through the Discord last night actually, and I found some comments that really got me thinking, and it recalled me back to a video that I saw Fateless put out and kind of put two and two together. This is speculation, completely conjecture. I don't know this for a fact, not at all. But we might have already seen who the starting characters are. And I'll get into why that might be true, why that might be false. We'll see. But to get into this and kind of bring you along my train of thought is, so in games like Godforge and Raid and all these Gacha, there is a small part of the story that leads you into the actual gameplay. In Raid, it includes some small cutscenes, characters talking to each other, followed by actually doing the combat mechanics, and then leading to you choosing one of 4 starting champions that is going to be the one that you get and can use going into the game. Now, that is not the only option here. Obviously, Godforge can follow other gachas that have a different way of doing things, such as giving you a full team, full roster, 4 characters completely, but everybody gets the same characters to start. And that could very much be how Godforge does it. We don't know at this point, but I'm going to go in and show you why I think that might be the case, might not be. We'll see. So, as an example, we're going to look at Raid. So, this is content from another creator on YouTube. I just needed to get this scene, but I'll link to him down below so that way you guys know who he is if you want to check out his stuff. But you can see here that there's a cutscene going on. I have it muted, but it's really cool, really exciting. And then it goes from the cutscene directly into gameplay. The gameplay is obviously rigged. It is set up. You are supposed to click certain buttons in certain orders. And it kind of eases you into learning the game, which is good. It's a tutorial. And as you go along this, you're going to see it go from one wave to the next. You'll see, and these are the 4 characters that you get to choose from here in just a minute. So you can see them all here going forward, and you see them talking down here at the bottom. And this is where, their story takes place, and they die, and then you get to choose. And we have seen something very minutely, very similar to this with some of Fateless's releases, actually. Now, whether it was for a demo or something, I don't know exactly, but it was relatively recently that it was shown. And if you guys are not familiar with this is what you see every time you start a new account, sorry. And then this is where you get to pick one of the 4 characters that you were just playing with. And so, what led me to believe that Godforge might be leading down this road as well is because of this video that Simon put out on Fateless. Now, you can see it was the things are getting spicy. It wasn't put out very long ago, and it's muted currently. So you can see that this was put out relatively recently by Fateless. You can see that Godforge already has something similar to what we just saw with Raid, where we see our characters, 4 characters, and you got the talking. You have to make certain choices, and there's the 4 characters right there. And then it goes into that, and you even see in the corner it says skip tutorial. But that's it, that's all we see. It led me to believe that maybe these 4 characters are who might be the starting characters. Now, typically, like in Raid, the 4 starting characters are all rares. That's not the case for this scene right here, which makes me believe either these are not the 4 characters and they're just placeholder, or we're getting 4 characters to start, everyone is the same. And whether that's just for the beta or for launch, I don't know. We don't know. We'll have to find out. But it looks like we have Lady Jacques, Guan Yu, Ramses, and Brunhild, which I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. Thank you, Ragewood. Shout out for your website. Just going to go over some information. So this is Lady Jacques. She is an Order Slayer Strength Affinity of the Kaiba faction. She has some skills already a little bit known. And we have Guan Yu, Order, Slayer, Strength, Affinity of the Jade faction. Ramsey, Slayer, Strength of the Aru faction. But all of them are rare. And you have Brunhild, which is an epic. Who is a Defender, Wisdom of the Asgard faction. So we have 4 different factions. Shows the variety, which is what I would expect. We would have one from 4 different factions. And then you would think that we would have at least 3 of the 4 affinities. Maybe not void, but at least 3. Right now we only have 2, and it's 3 strength and 1 wisdom. And then we have 3 slayers and 1 defender. So that's another thing that leads me to believe that maybe these are not the 4 starting characters, but I don't know. There's no way to know yet. Once we get to beta, once we get into release, we'll know. But at this time, I mean, from what we can see, they're setting it up to be sort of like Raid, but maybe they're doing something a little bit different. We just don't know. But it'd be really cool if we did get these 4 to start. It'd be really cool if, we get to choose one of them. Maybe we only get to choose one of the 3. I don't know. Maybe Brunhild's not an option. But I'm really excited to see. What are your thoughts? How would you feel if everybody started off with the same 4 characters? Would you feel good about that? Would you feel bad? We're starting off with an epic in Raid. It took me months to get my first epic, honestly, which I was not doing that well because I had just started playing that type of game. But how would you feel about starting off with an epic and 3 rares, or getting to choose between one of the rares, or what would you want? Let me know in the comments, please. I'd be comfortable, at least even in beta, just starting out with this, which maybe is what they're thinking, is starting with an epic and some rares so you can get the ball rolling rather quickly instead of having to wait and pull and stuff like that and be stuck with a rare the entire beta. So if that's the route they're going, I'm all for it. So yeah, that's it for that video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think, who you would like to see as the 4 starters, if you would like to have to pick one, or if you wanted a whole squad, either for the beta or launch. Just let me know your thoughts down below. Who knows what we might get. We'll find out soon, like a month. But yeah, thank you for watching. Catch you on the flip side.